says I'm alive. Good morning, Patriots. How are you today? This is Mike Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri. I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. I know some of you don't like my flags. You're still complaining about it. I'll tell you what, get rid of Fojo and the Ho, and I'll get rid of their communist American flag. And I'll put up a new one. That's all you got to do. I'm just flying the flag that they want to fly. I hope you're having a great day as you're jumping on. Say hi, where are you watching from? As I said, this is Mike the Patriot, and I'm coming to you live at 8:30 a.m. on 3/24/2021. And 2021 is the year of the miracle. I've been trying to name it. I finally did. So I do appreciate everybody jumping on. I watched one of the prophets, Hank, whatever his name is. I can't say his last name. You all know I'm terrible with names. The one from Nebraska. Anyways, and he had one the other day, and wow. And maybe I'll get time to break that one down. I thought about doing it today, but there is so much going on in the news that we got to talk about that. So as you're jumping on, please do me a favor, share this video. Facebook is squashing me, blocking me, shaming me, not spreading around. Same thing on YouTube. They're not getting notifications, or they're turning notifications off, and you have to go search for it. Or the notification, you get it, but when you click on it, it doesn't take you anywhere. Isn't that wonderful? Aren't they swell? They just love us and care for us so much. They just love us. I know. Yeah, anyways, it's just stupid. The business model is stupid. It's stupid. You know that Facebook and Twitter and other social media, big giant, are now arguing over and vying for kind of like a draft, kind of like the NFL does for players, content creators, because they've kicked so many of their content creators off. Well, the eyeballs are following the content creators to these newer platforms. And well, they can't sell out. See, what's happening right now, and I've noticed it too, man, Facebook used to be the place to advertise. I mean, for nothing. You could advertise for nothing. You get a zillion views. You'd sell a car in a minute. Now it's not so much. They've muddied the water so much, and they've kicked off so many of the eyeballs, and people aren't following it no more. People are disgusted with it now. So it's not my last little advertising campaign I did on Facebook for my business was kind of worthless. I probably would have more success in the paper, and the paper sucks. Anyways, make sure you do me a favor. Follow me over to some of the other places. For example, Rumble and Telegram. That's me on Telegram. Man, I put all this stuff. I'm gonna start loading my videos on Telegram too, just because. And then this is YouTube. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so that you'll get notifications if they decide to notify you, and share this from their comment. Let me know that you're out there on there. I do appreciate everybody that comments. I do appreciate everybody that's on here. It takes the time out to bother to watch my little show. I do appreciate it because, without you, I wouldn't have an audience. And then this would be just me talking to myself. It'd be boring. So people think I'm kind of nuts, but maybe they do already. I don't know. But if you're on Facebook, do me a favor, share this video, comment, like, share. That's how the algorithm works. Don't hit the frowny face when you see something that makes you mad. I get it, but hit the love button, and hit the like button and this happy button, but don't hit the frowny button, because the frowny button makes Facebook go, oh, people don't like this, so they stop sharing it. And they're already, like I said, they already don't want you to hear what I have to say or the information I have, because, well, even though the sources that I'm going to give you, a lot of cases here are going to be, like Fox Business. We got something coming up from there. So anyways, so what we're going to talk about today. First of all, get yourself a nice hot cup of Joe or whatever it is you drink this morning. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
We pledge to make our most iconic vehicles.
And let's get started. Let me put my earpiece in so that I can hear the videos without it echoing in your ears. So we all know this right here. We're going to start off with this right here. That's the white Trump supporter, balding, 21 years old, they said, who gunned down some folks tragically gunned down some folks in Boulder, Colorado. The media was all going, oh, it's a Trump supporter, until it wasn't. Suspect in the mass killing is a Muslim immigrant from Syria whose social media posts show an intense hatred for Trump and his administration immigration policies. Now, this David Hoffman, who Andy was answering to, said, I'll bet my salary right now that the shooter is in Boulder is a right-wing mega white male. Well, yeah, he kind of looked like a white dude, didn't he? Yeah, but these racists, they always get that kind of stuff wrong. Did you know that Elon Musk is an African American? And if you say he isn't because of color of skin, you're a racist. Anyways, you can't judge people by the color of their skin. Hello. That's what, let's see. That was Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah, that's what he said. Anyways, moving on. So this is his name up at the top there. You can see it. It's Ahmad El-Isa. Well, that sounds like a right-wing conservative Christian from Alabama name. There's another one. It's like Alzira is his middle name or something like that. I'll have to find it again. I was going to post it, but I forgot. But anyways, this is his social media post, Ahmad El-Isa. Now, on the mainstream media, they've been pronouncing it like Ahmad El-Isa, because they're trying to diminish the Arabic part of it, the Muslim part of it, because that's bad. We don't want to discriminate against Muslims. We want to make sure that we are all at peace, because it really wasn't his fault. It was the gun. It was the gun that did it. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we got to get rid of those guns. If he didn't have guns, then he would have been peaceful and loving and caring and happy. But it's those guns, those evil M14s and stuff. The Muslims at the Christchurch Mosque were not the victims of a single shooter. They were victims of the entire Islamophobia industry that vilified them. Yes, because going into a grocery store and shooting up a bunch of people doesn't make you a villain. So Mary wears a hijab and Jesus doesn't eat pork and prays on his knees and hands. They're both Muslim. It's obvious. Yes. I guess over there in Syria, they don't teach biblical history because Muhammad, who started Islam, didn't walk this planet till 300 years or so after Jesus. So Jesus couldn't have been a Muslim because it didn't exist. The entire religion didn't exist. But, why would we let the facts get in the way of my narratives and my false beliefs? Yeah, if these racist Islamophobic people would stop hacking my phone and let me have a normal life, I probably could. Oh, people are hacking your phone. Isn't it terrible? It's probably the CIA or the FBI. Speaking of, yesterday, this is all about this guy. This is interesting stuff. So yesterday was the 5th anniversary of the Islamic attack on Brussels that left 35 dead and 340 injured. It was the 4th anniversary of the Westminster London attack, which killed 6 and injured 49. Ahmad El-Isa appears to have followed an ISIS-inspired pattern. Well, yeah, that's what they do. Just like the cartels on the border, Islamic-inspired terrorists are emboldened by a weak Biden regime. Carnage has returned to America. And isn't it interesting that all this happened the day of, or the night before, or whatever it was, the hearings in the Senate to ban guns? Because the Second Amendment, it's old. The Second Amendment was written by people with feather quill pens, and we need to get rid of that Second Amendment because they could never envision society today, right? Break. Official Barack Obama statement blames apparent ISIS-inspired attack on disaffection, racism, and misogyny, and suggests restricting law-abiding Americans from owning guns as a solution. How about not letting Islamic terrorists into the country? Well, there's a good idea. So this is what he said. It's a long time past for those with power to fight this epidemic of gun violence to do so. It's a long time past for them to do so. Yeah, we got to stop this epidemic of gun violence, Fast and Furious. It will take time to root out the disaffection, racism, misogyny that fuels so many of these senseless acts of violence. We can take it, but we can make it harder for those who hate we can make it harder for those with hate in their hearts to buy weapons of war. Oh, what about slingshots? Are we going to ban slingshots? We can overcome the opposition by cowardly politicians and pressure the gun lobby. Dum, dum, dum. The medieval NRA, which they've already compromised and taken over, by the way, that opposes any limit on the ability for anyone to assemble an arsenal. No, it's not the NRA, and I don't have a screenshot of it, but it's that part in the Constitution, right under the Second Amendment, that says, shall not be infringed. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's that part that opposes any limit on the ability of anyone to assemble an arsenal. That's right. Infringed means the word infringed. You guys love that word when you're talking about a cake maker making a cake or not for a couple of perverts. You love that word infringement, but you hate it when it comes to guns. It means it shall not be infringed. That means you can't make any law, any infringement, any limitation. That's what infringed means. Oh, but it's a living, breathing Constitution. Yeah. I'd like to play cards against the guy, and I'll have living, breathing rules for the card game. Just lay your money on the table. The FBI knew in advance the identity of Ahmad that's his middle name right there. Alwini, Aliwu, who knows? Alibaba, I don't know. Anyways, but that's his full name right there. Ahmad al-Awali al-ISIS. Or ISA, not ISIS. And they also knew the identity of the Pulse nightclub shooter, San Bernardino terrorist, Boston Marathon bombers, Garland, Texas shooter, Parkland High School shooter, and Fort Hood shooter. They also knew the identity of the Las Vegas shooter. And they've never come up with a clear motive for that one. What if it had to do with that crowned prince in Saudi? But anyways, I digress. Everybody's going, what are you talking about, Mike? Go figure it out. Never has one entity known so much and done so little. They know. Why do they know? How do they know? What do they know? Then there's this one. Photographs of the 10 people killed by the suspect Ahmad al-Isa in Boulder, Colorado. I was told a few days ago that the race of the victims in shootings matter even if there's no evidence of race playing a role in the attack. That one was when we were talking about specific minorities or someone that you could pretend was a minority. But in this particular case, race doesn't matter because, well, the victims aren't qualified. Then there's this one. Colorado GOP headquarters was also scoped out. Same with a few Christian and Catholic and Mormon churches and LDS temples. Not certain yet why he settled on the market, per official. So this guy had been planning. This was not a spur of the moment. This was not, he got fired. I said it yesterday, that maybe he was a pot smoking FM type that got fired from there and had a grudge. Nope. This guy was a terrorist bent on killing white Christians. That's what he was. And then, of course, walls don't work. While surrounded by barbed wire fences, defund the police. While under constant police protection, we need gun control. While surrounded by armed guards, this is why we hate.
Welcome to the fourth industrial revolution.
Whoa, where's that coming from?
Data and applications, IoT,
Hello.
artificial intelligence.
Oh, that's the commercial on one of the things I'm getting ready to. We don't want no commercials. Stop it. I got an article I was going to read to you, but I guess they wanted me to hear the commercial. Anyways, just mute that for now. I apologize. Where was I for? I'm so rudely interrupted. So, this just in. Democrat Senators Tammy Duckworth of Illinois and was it Mazi Hirano? She's flaming live of Hawaii. Say they will vote against Biden nominees who are not racial minorities. They say they'll only vote for a white dude if a nominee is LBGTQRSTUVWXYZ. Because, you know, Martin Luther King and all that. Boy, whew, there's a whole lot going on around here. And I'm just not even sure where to start. You know, because they want to take our guns. And that's what they're using this for. Isn't that kind of what they're going for? Isn't that kind of what they're saying? Isn't that what they were discussing? But the problem is that Joe Biden kept saying in the campaign, he didn't want to take our guns. He didn't want to take our guns from us. You know, like this one, for example. Y'all remember this one?
How you intend on getting the union vote when there's a large portion of the union workers that are gun enthusiasts, and you are actively trying to diminish your Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of shit.
All right, thank you.
No, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, just like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. And from the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon. I'm not taking your gun away at all. You need 100 rounds.
You're not allowed to own any weapon.
I did not say that. That's
Yes,
not true. I did not
it's a
say
viral
that.
video.
It's a viral video like the other ones are putting out that are
It
simply a
was
lie.
your voice. You said that you're taking the gun.
Well,
away.
he just
clarified
Wait. Take the your AR-14s.
Okay, this is not okay.
Go take those AR-14s.
There's a lot of guys.
How you?
Now, before you go banning guns, you probably ought to maybe maybe learn a little bit about guns and what they are and how they work. But that's what they, you know, he's not here to get your guns. That's just a fantasy of those QAnons. Except that now he's saying, he's demanding, I had that one, but I forgot to put that in there. But now he's demanding that the Senate and the House move, and if they don't move, he's going to sign executive orders to ban guns. Except for that pesky Second Amendment. Doggone it. But who cares? They own the courts anyways. So when it gets up there, they'll be like, oh, yeah, he can do that. I feel sorry for the sucker that gets hired to go get them. How'd you like to have that job? Bring me your guns. Yeah, you can have them one at a time. I would not sign up for that job. Would not be good. Moving right along. In other news, lawmaker pushes VA to strip benefits from any vet who attended, not charged, not entered the Capitol, but attended the riot, which they're saying the whole thing was a riot, on January 6th. So if you're a veteran and you served your country honorably during the time of war and you get veteran benefits, but you showed up to protest your government, First Amendment says you can do that. Do you lose your VA benefits? Let's move on. Gillio, how do you say his person's name, whatever, according to the outlet, asked Veterans Affairs Secretary Dennis McDonough to withdraw benefits from those active duty service members. How can you draw benefits from active duties and veterans and military retirees who took part of the January 6th riots in Washington, D.C.? Active duty too? You're out of your mind. The letter, Gillio, whatever his name is, wrote, or her name, whatever. I'm sorry, because they may not be a he or she, you know, they're one of the LBGQRST. I don't know. I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt. The behavior of these individuals is not representative of the large population of American veterans. Hey, you want to bet? The vast majority of whom served honorably and are appalled by the thought of an insurrection. Yes, they are appalled by the thought of an insurrection that's been taking place in this country. They served. Yet many of the veterans and service members who attacked their own government, you know, that's never happened before in America. Attack their own government actively and enthusiastically enjoy special benefits given to them by their fellow citizens because they serve the country. And just because your Antifa thugs knocked the windows out, busted doors down, they had nothing to do with that. Hello. He, him, they continued. This situation is unjust. Any veteran or service member who stormed the Capitol on January 6 forfeited their moral entitlement to privileged benefits at the expense of the people of the United States. No, they're not benefits. The veterans who get any kind of service from the VA is not benefits. It's a contractual agreement of payment. The outlet noted that Gallo, who is also a member of the House Armed Services Committee, asked McDonough to work alongside the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to identify those veterans and service members who took part in the January non-riot. He also sent similar letters to defense to Secretary Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Homeland Security Gilardio Marquez, whatever the heck that dude's name is. And a January NPR report noted that almost 20% of the 140 people charged with crimes in connection to the riots may have had a military background. That doesn't mean they were in the military. They had a background. I like these vague statements. Since then, federal prosecutors have charged more than 300 people in the attack. I bet you a dog. See, here's the thing. You're guilty in the media until proven innocent. These 300 people, I bet you the majority of them never go to trial. And I bet you the majority of those that go to trial get dismissed. And I bet you the ones that actually committed the crimes will never be charged because, well, they're in on it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So there is that. And let's see, this was the one that I had that was playing the doggone commercial. So we're going to add this to the stream here. This is a little article about leaked email. The White House issued a directive to clear the path for Kamala presidency. American people are getting visibly, hold on, let me check something. Okay. The American people are getting visibly acclimated. Shit. Sorry. I've practiced saying this word. You can see it right there. Say it for yourself. To Kamala Harris presidency. I'm sorry. I'm an uneducated, dyslexic redneck. Acclimated. There it is. I practiced saying that stinking word. To Kamala Harris's presidency. I knew a new directive from the White House is one of the most concrete developments of federal officials were getting warmed up for the Harris takeover as well. Let's see, a Harris takeover as well. Despite a long-standing security protocols against President and Vice President traveling together, President Biden and Vice President Harris are virtually inseparable. They have even traveled on Air Force One together in recent speaking events in Atlanta, although Biden himself was forbidden from doing so under it says Biden administration. I think he means Obama administration. This thing's kind of poorly written, but the story's true. In addition, Harris has been taking over key role in force policy making. She has met with numerous heads of state in one-on-one meetings and is included in all of the president's IC briefings. Now, there's formal recognition of Harris's role as a vital member of the Biden administration, and breaking from the usual presumption that the vice presidency is a low-key, less visible office. According to a report on the website Outspoken, a leaked email shows that top White House communication team member is directing that official correspondence at the federal agencies include mentioning Vice President Kamala D. Harris. Please be sure to reference the current administration as Biden-Harris administration in public communications and directives. Neither of the White House Twitter accounts from the previous two administrations mentions the vice presidents in the account's description. The report noted under Obama administration, The account description read, "Follow the latest from President Obama and his administration." The highly specific language also appears on websites of all 15 executive departments. The report noted press release and other communications from the Department of Agriculture, Commerce, Defense, Education, Energy, Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Housing and Urban Development, Interior Labor, State, Transportation, Treasury, Veterans Affairs, and Attorney General all exclusively refer to the Biden-Harris administration. In lieu of only naming the president, which has been customary until now. President Biden has not given a press briefing in over 2 months in office. He has yet given a State of Union address, one of the latest first-time presidents to do so. He's tripping going upstairs and often refuses to take unscripted questions. And anyway, that gets to the point of the story. So basically, they're sending out memorandums that you are supposed to refer to this administration as the Biden-Harris administration. In preparation, to get you used to the idea of Harris being in the forefront, which just seems like a bad idea to me. Because, in the prophetic, a lot of the, I've heard lately, I heard Kim Clement saying that they want to put a witch in the White House. And I thought they were talking about Hillary. But, you got to really think about this, because some of the others, Hank and Robin and them, are saying they're still trying. But I digress. Moving on in other news. Now, this is in spooky news. This is in Q news, number 17, if you know what I mean. This is in what's going on around here. Because right now in the Suez Canal, which lots of shipping. Did you know that up above there, that's the Mediterranean Sea, there is a fleet, an entire aircraft carrier battle group, Russian aircraft carrier, and down just south of the Red Sea, that's the part down below the Suez Canal, there's an entire U.S. carrier battle group? Interesting. So what's going on with that? What's that all about? Well, I got an interesting story here. I got a little story that I'd like to tell. This says, Suez Canal, this is from Fox Business. Suez Canal blocked as massive cargo ship turns sideways. The Ever Given has listed its destination as Rotterdam in the Netherlands prior to getting stuck in the canal. Okay, so let's see. Shipping traffic has ended up being shut down in Egypt's Suez Canal. A container ship, considered to be one of the largest in the world, has turned sideways and blocked all traffic, according to officials. The situation is threatening to disrupt global shipping system already strained by the coronavirus pandemic. The MV Evergreen is a Panama flag container ship that carries trade between Asia and Europe. The ship became grounded on Tuesday. Evergreen Marine Corporation, a major Taiwan-based shipping company that operates the ship, said in a statement provided to the Associated Press that Evergreen has been overcome by strong winds as it entered the Suez Canal from the Red Sea. The ship reportedly did not lose any of its containers. Now, there's the ship. You can see it right there, lodged. This is from a satellite or something. It says right there in the bottom where it came from. There's the ship kind of twisted sideways. That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? I've never heard of this happening before. An Egyptian official who spoke to the AP on the condition of anonymity, another word I can't say, redneck. Moving on. As he wasn't authorized to brief journalists, summarily blamed strong winds in the area for the incident. Egyptian forecasters said high winds and sandstorms plagued the area on Tuesday. With the winds gusting up to 31 miles per hour. Strong winds. You know that Kim Clement, Robin Bullock, Hank, whatever you say his last name, have all predicted to watch the winds and that strong winds. The Ever Given's bow was touching the canal's eastern wall, while the stern was lodged against the western wall, according to, that jumped on me. According to the satellite data from marinetraffic.com, several tugboats surrounded the ship, and some of those tugboats had interesting names like the tugboat Barak or the tugboat Masad. Anyways, that's interesting. Likely attempting to push it right away, the data showed. Canal authorities could not immediately reach the AP on Wednesday. The Evergreen is listed destination as Rotterdam, Netherlands, before getting stuck. And then there's some stuff about the Suez Canal. No one cares. Moving right along. So there you have it, folks. What is going on here? There's some kind of craziness going on. There's something happening. Something happening here. Anyways, so let's just get a little further detail in this. This started breaking yesterday. Suez Canal is one of the largest shipping lanes on the planet, blocked by a mega container ship, creating traffic jams of the ship waiting in the Mediterranean Sea. And there's ships blocked up. There's pictures of ships blocked all over the stacked and stacked. Look at it. It says Evergreen right there. But there's some interesting tidbits. Clinton's Secret Service code's name is Evergreen. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Here she is right here. There's Eagle, there's Renegade, and there's Evergreen. Interesting. Define Evergreen. When do you call a plumber? When something gets clogged. That was a Q post from like a while ago. I mean, hello. But wait, there's more. Guys, you know that the cargo ship blocking the canal, guess what its call sign is? Yep, H3RC. Hillary Rodham Clinton. Interesting, isn't it? Look at here. Yeah, there it is. There's the call sign right there. Yeah, amazing. I don't know what that means. I don't think that means anything. But it's kind of weird, don't you think? Kind of weird that, we're witnessing the collapse of the largest pre-planned, coordinated propaganda event in modern history. This is a 2-year delta. Look at the date, March 23rd, 2019. That was yesterday. Like 2 years before. Is that weird or what? I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there that just the weirdness of it's kind of got me weirded, let's see. We're going to move on from that subject and we're going to change subject again. I just wanted to bring that up. I just wanted to mention that there's a ship stuck in the Suez Canal named Evergreen, same name as Hillary Clinton. That the call sign on the ship is H3RC. Did you know that the shipping company that owns the Evergreen Shipping Company does a lot of shipping for Wayfair? I don't know. Just throw that out there. Kamala Harris will go one-on-one with Bill Clinton on Friday to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on women and empowering women and girls in the U.S. and around the world as part of the Clinton Global Initiative event. Doesn't that sound... Who's going to tune in? Who's going to tune in and watch that one? Oops, I doubled that up. Who's going to? You're going to tune in and watch it? You're going to watch it? You're going to watch it, aren't you? Well, I know one person that's not going to watch it, and that's Juanita Broderick. She said, this is a joke. This pervert who raped me is going to talk about empowering women with a woman who spread her legs for power? Oh, this whole thing is just, we are watching a movie, and we're watching a movie that is, you couldn't script this stuff this good. I mean, wow. That's all I got to say about that is wow. Then there's this I found. We're talking about gun control again. I'm going to last couple tidbits, and then I got a video to play for you. It's been widely disputed whether or not the Admiral Issue Yamamoto, whatever you say his name. Again, I suck at names, especially like weird names. of Japan Imperial Navy, World War II, said you cannot invade the mainland of the United States of America. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass, regardless. There's a lot of truth in that statement back then and even more so today. Ammo is off the shelf. Guns are being purchased by many who would never have considered it before. The people are ready. Right before I retired, a number of U.S. senior enlisted were meeting behind closed doors for a leadership meeting. During the break, we took a public poll. Who would turn on the government if we were faced with a scenario like we're in now? There were approximately 40 people in the room, and on that day, 100% said they would stand against the government if they tried to completely silence the people. I believe that opinion is widely shared among active duty today. I know I would say no. Like I said, I would not like to be the guy charged with going around picking up everybody's guns. It's just not, you know, that's your prospect for a long life is severely limited. You know, that's just not, nope. Can you imagine being down there in the woods, southern Missouri or Arkansas or Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, just out in the middle of the woods, and you got to go up to an old trailer house. Give me these guns. I don't think you'd make it up the drive. What do you think? And just one more last one. I talked the other day about silver and how a lot of the banks and stuff and a lot of the bullion and the big mints were saying they didn't have any. Bullion Bank in Australia not delivering on secured stored metals. This is a different story. I've been paying for secured storage of ABC bullion in Australia since September 2020. I requested delivery on my items 2 weeks ago. These are bullion that this guy purchased and were being stored securely in the Bullion Bank in Australia. That means it's his stuff. He's paid for it. He's entrusted to them. They are now telling me they don't have it. Forget unallocated. They don't have stored secured. Duped and angry. The scam is massive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can get your hands on silver and you're running out of time, I'm no expert. This is only my opinion. I suggest maybe you buy some. Or not. You know, we all got stimulated here recently, or some of us did. Okay, so with that being said, I have a couple little videos that I want to leave you with, and then we'll have a great day. Remember, share this video. Like, comment, share this video, share this video, share this. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching, and I'm going to start loading these things up on Telegraph, and I'm going to go to another platform here. I'm going to go check it out later today and see if I can't get on it. So, and I'll talk about that later. Try to get as spread around as possible. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket, hence the silver. But I got just a little motivation for you, a little feel good. Got to feel good. I like to feel good. So here you go.
To come over and see the fake news. And I'll tell you what, we are winning so big because we're going along. These are corrupt politicians, fake news, the Comeys of the world, all of the bad things that went on. It's called the swamp. And you know what happened? And you know what I did? A big favor. I caught the swamp. I caught them all. Let's see what happens. Nobody else could have done that but me. I caught all of this corruption that was going on, and nobody else could have done it. And if you look at crooked Hillary Clinton, if you look at all of the different people, there was no transition because they came after me trying to do a coup. They came after me spying on my campaign. They started from the day I won and even before I won. From the day I came down the escalator with our First Lady. They were a disaster. They were a disgrace to our country. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. We've got it all on tape. We've caught them all. And by the way, you gave the idea for the Logan Act against General Flynn. And even before I won.
I'm going to back that up a little bit, see if I can't get that. You need to see that where it's lined up. Let's watch that again. They came after me
spying on my campaign. They started from the day I won and even before I won. From the day I came down the escalator with our First Lady. They were a disaster. They were a disgrace to our country. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. We've got it all on tape. We've caught them all. And by the way, you gave the idea for the Logan Act against General Flynn. You better take a look at that because we caught you in a sense. And President Obama was sitting in the office. He knew about it, too. So don't tell me about a free transition. I caught this.
So there it is, him lecturing Joe Biden. And then there's just one more video. And we're going to end it after this video. I do appreciate it. Hang in and watch this. I appreciate all y'all jumping on. Please share my video. It's really important. There's a lot of people that don't even have any idea what I'm talking about here. And all this stuff, I'm kind of trying to make a big pile and I'm trying to explain it so the folks from Missouri and Alabama and Arkansas, West Texas, we all can understand. Because, we're not sophisticated like them folks on the coast. No, we're not that dumb. So one more video, and you guys enjoy the day. Let's start from the beginning.
Warrior for the truth. I know that each of you will do what is right, not what is the easy way, and that you will be true to yourself and your country and your beliefs. In my short time in Washington, I've seen firsthand how the system is broken. A small group of failed voices who think they know everything and understand everyone want to tell everybody else how to live and what to do and how to think. But you aren't going to let other people tell you what you believe, especially when you know that you're right. The fact is, no one has ever achieved anything significant without a chorus of critics standing on the sidelines explaining why it can't be done. But the future belongs to the dreamers, not to the critics. The future belongs to the people who follow their heart no matter what the critics say. If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. Never stop fighting for what you believe in and for the people who care about you. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. Demand the best from yourself and be totally unafraid to challenge entrenched interests and failed power structures. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
Well, there you have it, folks. You guys have a great day. Be blessed. Somebody's asking, yes, these videos are on my Telegram page. I try to put everything over there. I'm not sure the last one is yet, but it will be. But you guys have a great day. I'm jumping off. Got to go to work. Talk to y'all later.